Okay, so hi guys, welcome to my channel again. This is CA Rohit Grover, a faculty for audit law and SM at intermediate level, and a faculty of CA final audit at final level. So today's topic is going to be very interesting topic, as you can see it. Like today's topic we are going to cover is CARO, that is company's audit report order 2016. So this is a part 1 video. So regarding the part 2 video, that will be in the next video, because this topic itself is a very huge topic, and this topic CARO 2016 is equally applicable to CA final audit. It is also equally applicable to CA inter audit, CA IPCC level, and it is also equally applicable to CA inter law, right? So this topic is known as Companies Audit Report Order 2016 Part 1. So remaining Part 2 will be uploaded by tomorrow. So these are my credentials on which you can follow me. You can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Telegram. There's a channel name Audit Grover Audit Law Classes, and you can also follow me on YouTube. The channel name is Grover Audit and Law CA Classes, right, sir? So that is it. So this is my introduction. So let us start this CARO 2016 without wasting our time, because this topic itself is a very huge topic in itself. And I'm going to divide this into two parts. So part 1, today we are going to cover what do you mean by CARO, how it is different from CARO 2020, CARO 2016 and 2020 में differences क्या है, whether that is applicable to your exam or not, and then we'll understand para number 1 of CARO and para number 2 of CARO, that is called short title and enactment of CARO 2016, as well as the applicability. So today our lecture will be restricted only up to the applicability of the CARO. So tomorrow I'll be continuing with the clauses of the CARO which we have to report and in which way it has to be reported. So let's start the CARO 2016 without wasting the time. So you can see that the section number what we are going to cover is known as section number 143 subsection 11. Section number 143 subsection 11, which is known as CARO 2016. तो पहले मैं थोड़ा सा इंट्रोडक्शन दे देता हूँ. पहले when I got qualified in 2013, then it was a CARO 2003 where we have done the 21 clauses. फिर CARO 2015 आया, then CARO 2015 got replaced by CARO 2016, and recently in the year 2020 on 25th February 2020 CARO 2016 also got replaced by CARO 2020. बट उसके बारे में आराम से चर्चा करेंगे. तो पहले अपने को एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से क्या पढ़ना है. नाउ एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से अपने को पढ़ना है CARO 2016 under section 143 subsection 11. तो I will remove some doubts also which students might be having कि सर 2016 पढ़ना है 2020 पढ़ना है. तो let's start without wasting the time. तो पहले तो अपने को पता होना चाहिए कि CARO की फुल फॉर्म क्या है. CARO की फुल फॉर्म क्या है? कंपनीज ऑडिटर्स रिपोर्ट ऑर्डर 2016. इसे हम लोग कंपनी ऑडिटर्स रिपोर्ट ऑर्डर 2016 बोलते हैं. क्यों बोलते हैं सर? क्योंकि ये अपने को ऑर्डर किया गया है किसके थ्रू? सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट हैज ऑर्डर्ड इट अंडर सेक्शन 143 सबसेक्शन 11 कि भैया हमें एज अ स्टैट्यूटरी ऑडिटर when we give our statutory audit report, along with the statutory audit report we have to annex another report that is called CARO 2016 report, in which we have to report on 16 significant areas, 16 clauses we have to report upon. तो अपनी original statutory audit report के साथ साथ अपने को CARO 2016 की report भी attach करनी पड़ेगी. तो that has been ordered by central government. On which date? That we'll understand slowly. तो company ऑडिटर्स रिपोर्ट ऑर्डर क्यों बोलते हैं? बिकॉज इट इज बीइंग ऑर्डर्ड बाय द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट. ये कब नोटिफाई हुआ? CARO 2016 नोटिफाई हुआ 29th March 2016 को. when it got notified on 29th March 2016 with the retrospective effect. Just 2 days before the financial year, it was notified on 29th March 2016, and due to that, the whole financial year got covered. It means, if I have to tell you, that is those financial statements which were prepared from 1st April 2015 to 31st March 2016. On these financial statements, the CARO audit report 2016 was applicable. It means just 2 days before the financial year it was introduced, but it retrospectively included the whole financial year. It means those statutory auditors who were doing the company audit for the financial year 15-16, they had to follow CARO 2016 auditors report. Are you getting the point? 2016 CARO they had to follow, and they have to report it as per the 16 new clauses of CARO 2016, right or not? So date of notification is 29th March 2016, and what is the first year got applicable is 15-16 financial year onwards. So from 15-16 financial year onwards, CARO 2016 is applicable. It means the first financial statements which got covered under CARO 2016 were 1st April 2015 to 31/3/2016. This is what the name introduction of the company's auditors report order 2016. ठीक है, so it is being ordered by the central government. अब हम इसे डिटेल में बाद में we will understand it at the later stage. So let me remove some doubts which the students might be having. देखो सर क्या हुआ, recently in the year 2020, अपने ये current year on 25th February 2020 CARO 2020 got introduced. कौन सा CARO आया? CARO 2020 got introduced, और CARO 2020 got introduced in replacement of CARO 2016. तो कब आया CARO 2020? It came on 25th February 2020, and it replaced our CARO 2016. Now what it brought along with itself, it brought a new format of, you can see that it brought a new format for issue of audit report as annexure to the statutory auditors report. इसका मतलब जैसे statutory audit is going to take place for the financial year 1920. Again I'm telling you, what is the date is 25th February 2020, and when it was made applicable, it was made applicable for 1920 financial year. Like 2016 was made applicable from 15-16 financial year, then this CARO 2020 was made applicable for 1920 financial year. It means currently whatever the statutory audits are going on, every statutory auditor had to report on this 1920 financial year as per CARO 2020. So what 2020 brought, it includes some additional reporting requirements. मतलब अभी अपने पास CARO 2016 में we have the 16 clauses to be reported upon, but in the CARO 2020 we have the 21 clauses to be reported upon. और ये किससे हुआ? Central government again notified via IMCA in consultation with NFRA. Which date को? The date you already know. The date is 25th March 2020. Sorry, 25th February 2020 को NFRA in consultation with central government, they both notified CARO 2020. ठीक है, for the which financial year? For the 1920 financial year onward. It means presently whatever the statutory audits are going on, every statutory auditor has to report as per the CARO 2020 21 clauses. But why it was introduced? It was introduced to enhance the overall quality of reporting by the company auditor, so that company auditor की overall reporting increase हो चुके. Sir कैसे? जैसे first of all the 16 clauses got increased to 21. So it means some new clauses were introduced, as well as some changes were made in the existing clauses also. Existing 16 clauses, some clauses were changed and some new clauses have been introduced. So in total now under CARO 2020 we have the 21 clauses. Now अभी मैं clarification दूंगा which is very important for the students writing in July 2020 as well as in the November 2020. First of all, let me tell you इसका हुआ क्या, इसका प्रॉब्लम क्या हुआ कि CARO was introduced when it was introduced earlier. Applicability CARO was from 1920 financial year. You all know the earlier applicability of the CARO was from 1920 financial year, because it came on when it came on 25th February 2020. So 1920 financial year got covered under the CARO, but recently exactly after 1 month, it means on 25th March 2020 को क्या हुआ, the government declared that CARO has been deferred by 1 year. It means now CARO 2020 will be applicable for financial year 2020-21. तो मैं इसका एग्जांपल आपको बता देता हूँ. तो पहले क्या था, what was earlier and what is now. CARO 2020 was notified on 25th February 2020. So it was made very clear intention by the central government कि भैया जो financial year 1920 होगा, it means the financial year which got recently over, every statutory auditor must report as per CARO 2020 only. But due to the COVID-19, अपना ये कोरोना 19 के कारण क्या हुआ, 1 year deferment हो गया, 1 year deferment हो गया. और ये नोटिफिकेशन कब आई, 25 मार्च 2020 को नोटिफिकेशन आई कि नाउ कारो इज एप्लीकेबल फॉर फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2021. कौन सा फाइनेंशियल ईयर, फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2021. इट मीन्स दोज फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स विच आर गोइंग टू प्रिपेयर फ्रॉम 1/4/2020 to 31/3/2021. It means next year whatever the reporting will take place, audit obviously takes place after the end of the financial year. So next year whatever the reporting will take place, in that reporting the auditor has to report as per the CARO 2020. तो clarification क्या है कि right now we don't have to learn CARO 2020. It is neither applicable for your June July exams, August exams, or nor it is applicable for your November exam, क्योंकि इसका deferment has been taken place and government has declared its deferment by 1 year. It means now the CARO is applicable for the which financial year, for the financial year 2021. तो 2021 में applicable होने का मतलब है कि next year same time when we'll be reporting, then we have to report as per the CARO 2020. It means presently government has declared that due to the COVID-19, due to the coronavirus thing, due to this particular issue which is happening across the world, abhi CARO 2020 is not applicable right now for those chartered accountants who are doing the company audit. तो ये applicable कब होगा, next year से applicable होगा. I hope I clarified every one of you who is listening to this class कि now CARO is not applicable neither for your exams nor for those practicing chartered accountants who are practicing right now or who are drafting the audit report right now for the financial year 1920, because now CARO is applicable for the financial year 2021. That is for the next financial year same time they will be reporting as per the CARO 2020. It means neither for examination purpose nor for our practice purpose CARO 2020 is applicable. So it means we have to go back to our which CARO, we have to go back to CARO 2016. ठीक है सर, तो that was a clarification I wanted to give. तो अभी अपन proceed करते हैं examination point of view से कि CARO 2016 है क्या. Now let us understand what is CARO 2016. So finally let us understand CARO 2016 applicable for July 2020 examinations and November 2020 examination. Now first of all we will start from the beginning कि CARO आया कैसे. So what is the CARO stands for what? CARO stands for companies, auditors, report, order. When 2016. Now what is the date of notification? ये भी अपने को याद करना है MCQ पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से. व्हाट इज द डेट ऑफ नोटिफिकेशन? डेट ऑफ नोटिफिकेशन 29th March 2016. What is the first financial year applicability? That is 15-16 financial year onwards. 15-16 financial year onwards it is applicable. It means right now whatever the practicing CAs are doing the statutory audit, they also have to annex CARO 2016 along with their statutory audit report. तो ये अपना हो गया introduction of CARO 2016. Now the next thing what we have to understand is we have to understand ki to whom CARO is applicable, to whom CARO is not applicable. So next thing what we have to understand is applicability. This is what the last topic is going to be for the part 1, but I'm going to tell you everything in very detailed manner so that all the doubts can be removed for the examination purpose. So applicability CARO की क्या है? So let us understand CARO is applicable to whom and CARO is not applicable to whom. So it is applicable to and it is not applicable to. So किसको applicable है, किसको applicable नहीं है? तो let us understand it is applicable to whom? Applicable to all companies in India, including foreign companies. Including which companies? all companies in India, including foreign companies. Sir, what do you mean by foreign company? Foreign company is the same company which is declared under section number 2 subsection 42. तो अपना कंपनी लॉ में भी have already covered क्या होता है फॉरेन कंपनी. अ फॉरेन कंपनी इज द वन, बताओ जल्दी. अ फॉरेन कंपनी इज द वन हु इज विच इज इनकॉर्पोरेटेड वेयर outside India, which is incorporated outside India, plus having a place of business in India, having a place of business in India. So what is the applicability of the CARO we have understood? So CARO is applicable to every company in India, to all the companies in India, including which companies? Including foreign companies. So what do you mean by foreign companies? Foreign companies are those companies which are have been defined under section 2 subsection 42. तो क्या होता है foreign companies? Foreign companies are those companies which are have been incorporated outside India and having a place of business in India, whether by itself or through an agent physically or through electronic mode, and conducts any business activity in India in any other manner. So that is the same definition. You can refer that from your law material. So that is what the foreign company. So finally what we understood कि भैया CARO 2016 is applicable to whom? It is applicable to every company in India, including which companies? Foreign companies, which are defined under section 2 subsection 42. ठीक है सर, यहाँ तक अपने को समझ में आया. So this is what the applicability of CARO. अब now I want to give you some hints like which they may ask you in the MCQ and you may get confused. ठीक है, वो confusion अपन कैसे remove करेंगे? We will remove the confusion like this. तो applicability में तो अपन थोड़ा सा extra क्या लिखेंगे? Notes. इसके नोट्स क्या होंगे कि एप्लीकेबल टू. अभी इंडिविजुअली लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड इट इज एप्लीकेबल टू whom. इट इज एप्लीकेबल टू एवरी पब्लिक कंपनी. ठीक है, इट इज एप्लीकेबल टू एवरी फॉरेन कंपनी. ठीक है, इट इज एप्लीकेबल टू चिट फंड कंपनीज. हाँ, चिट फंड कंपनीज को भी एप्लीकेबल है, विच इज ऑल्सो नोन एज निधि कंपनीज. So it is applicable to chit fund companies, nidhi companies. Also, it is applicable to mutual cooperation companies. Sir, mutual cooperation companies क्या है? This is one of your CA final law topic called producer companies. It is also applicable to the producer companies. So उसे mutual cooperation companies भी बोलते हैं. It is also applicable to financial institutions. CARO is also applicable to financial institutions. CARO is also applicable to the government companies. ठीक है ना, CARO is also applicable to the government companies and CARO also applicable to the branches of above. Branches of above if conditions are satisfied. Now what are those conditions? That we'll discuss later if conditions are satisfied. But let me tell you one thing guys, CARO is not applicable to the PFIs. CARO is not at all applicable to the public financial institutions. Not applicable. Sir, अभी तो आपने बोला कि CARO is applicable to financial institutions here, but now you are saying CARO is not applicable to public financial institution. Why? Because public financial institution is what? It is a body corporate. So we are doing section number 143 subsection 11 of which act? Companies Act 2013. So Companies Act 2013 में CARO is not applicable to the public financial institutions because they are known as what? Body corporate. So CARO indirectly is applicable to all the public companies, all the foreign companies, all the chit fund companies, nidhi companies, mutual cooperative companies, financial institution companies, government companies and branches of above if the conditions are satisfied. Why I am telling you this? For the purpose of examination, this much is enough. But why I am telling you all this? So that you can understand that this is the kind of questions what they may ask you at the CA final level or CA intermediate level. So you should know each and everything. Now, let us understand to whom the CARO is not applicable to. So CARO is not applicable to, which is written under section number 143 subsection 12. CARO is not applicable to banking companies. It is not applicable to insurance companies. CARO is not applicable to one person company. CARO is not applicable to small company. CARO is not applicable to the section 8 company, मतलब non-profit organization. So if you are a bank, if you are an insurance company, if you are a one-person company, if you are a small company, if you are a section 8 company, CARO 2016 is not applicable to you. Not at all. एप्लीकेबल. बट सर अभी हमने क्या किया, कारो इज एप्लीकेबल टू निधि कंपनी, चिट फंड कंपनी, म्यूचुअल फंड कंपनीज, mutual corporation company, financial institution. Financial institution means bank only na? No, financial institution means financial institution only as per the Companies Act. Bank means those banking companies which are incorporated under Companies Act but regulated under Banking Regulation Act 1949. So if you are especially a bank, if you are a particular bank, if you are a particular insurance company, OPC small and section 8 company, then the CARO is not at all applicable to you. Okay sir, so now what we have understood is applicability of CARO and the non-applicability of CARO. Okay sir, next thing what we have to understand, sir, CARO is not applicable to private limited companies. It is not applicable to private limited companies. अभी हम इसको क्या करेंगे, इसको स्टार मार्क्स डालेंगे. सबसे मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट तुम्हारा यही है कि कारो इज नॉट एप्लीकेबल टू प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी. नाउ फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, बिफोर गेटिंग डीपर इनटू दिस, आई वुड लाइक टू टेल यू दैट कारो इज नॉट एप्लीकेबल टू प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी बट एप्लीकेबल टू private unlimited companies. It is applicable to private unlimited companies. What do you mean by that? If you are a private company but your nature of the company is unlimited company, then CARO is applicable, because CARO is not applicable to which private companies? It is not applicable to the private limited companies. It is definitely applicable to private unlimited companies. Did you get the point? तो पहला point यहीं पे लिख देता हूँ. Now let us understand कि when CARO is not applicable to private limited companies, when CARO 2016 is not applicable to private limited company. As I already told you, most of the questions will come when it comes to applicability area. Most of the questions will come from this area only. So when CARO 2016 is not applicable to private companies. Now listen to this carefully. When CARO 2016 is not applicable to private companies, so there are total 4 conditions to be satisfied. How many conditions to be satisfied? 4 conditions, and we have to satisfy all of them. It means they are not or conditions, they are and conditions. All the 4 conditions are satisfied, then only CARO is not applicable to such private limited company. Sir, what is the condition number 1? तो अपनी condition number 1 क्या है? अपनी condition number 1 है, such private limited company should neither be holding or nor a subsidiary of a public company. सर इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? अब इसको ध्यान से सुनना. Such private company should neither be the holding of any public company nor it should be the subsidiary of public company. It means if suppose ABC private limited company is a holding of XYZ limited, or if it is a subsidiary of XYZ limited. अभी मेरे को इसका आंसर बोलो. जैसे ABC प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी है, तो मतलब दिस प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी इज अ होल्डिंग ऑफ XYZ limited. It means XYZ limited is a public company. तो holding subsidiary relation आ गया. Yes, applicable. When it is not applicable, it should be neither the holding nor the subsidiary of a public company. In this case, now ABC Private Limited in the case number 2 is a subsidiary of what? XYZ Limited. Now also it is what? Applicable. Now also it is what? Applicable. It means what is the impression? What is the impression of this particular part? कि such private limited company should neither be holding, should not be subsidiary of public limited company. ठीक है सर. So such private limited company should neither be the holding, should not be the subsidiary of the public limited company. If it is going to be the subsidiary or the holding of a public limited company, then CARO is equally applicable to such private limited company also. So condition number 1, again I am repeating, such private limited company which wants exemption under the CARO 2016 should neither be what? Holding, should not be what? Subsidiary of a which company? Of a पब्लिक कंपनी. मतलब तुम्हारा पब्लिक कंपनी के साथ होल्डिंग और सब्सिडरी का रिलेशनशिप नहीं होना चाहिए, तो तुम्हारी कंडीशन नंबर 1 फुलफिल हो जाएगी एंड यू विल नॉट बी कवर्ड अंडर कारो 2016. ठीक है सर. अभी अपनी कंडीशन नंबर 2, चलो अभी अपन करते हैं कंडीशन नंबर 2. क्या है कंडीशन नंबर 2? कंडीशन नंबर 2 क्या है? जैसे कंडीशन नंबर 1, कंडीशन नंबर 2 इज द पेड अप शेयर कैपिटल, paid up share capital plus free reserves, the paid up share capital plus free reserves of such private limited company shall not be greater than 1 crore. Are you getting the point? The paid up share capital plus free reserves of such private limited company shall not be exceeding how many crores? 1 crores. ठीक है. तो this paid up share capital of that particular private company plus along with its free reserves in any case shall not be exceeding what? 1 crore rupees. On when? On balance sheet date. On which date? Balance sheet date. मतलब balance sheet date means what? On 31st March of that year you have to find out that if its paid up share capital plus free reserves are exceeding 1 crore, then only CARO is applicable. If equals to 1 crore, CARO is not applicable. If less than 1 crore, CARO is not applicable. Sir, when do we have to test it? We have to test it on which date? Balance sheet date. ठीक है सर. Now here some things you need to understand. अब ध्यान से सुनना the points, the notes relating to this point. अब इसको ध्यान से सुनना. Point number 1, sir, what do you mean by paid up share capital? Sir, paid up share capital includes equity share capital and it also includes preference share capital. So both the capitals, equity share capital plus preference share capital, will become the part of what? Paid up share capital. ठीक है सर. And along with that, point number 2, calls unpaid means जिसे हम calls in areas भी करते हैं, calls unpaid should be deducted, should be what? Deducted from paid up share capital. It should be deducted from paid up share capital. इसका मतलब calls in areas or calls unpaid will not become the part of paid up share capital because that has not been received na. So that is why it is not going to become the part of paid up share capital. Sir, point number 3. Point number 3 क्या है कि amount already paid up on forfeited shares, amount already paid up on forfeited shares. On the forfeited shares means what? The shares we have cancelled but some amount was already paid should be added. Should be what? Added. इसको add करना है, calls in areas को less करना है. और point number 4, share application money received. Sir, what do you mean by share application money received? क्या मेरे को application money receive हो गया but allotment we have not done so far. तो when the allotment is not done, it means that is not our money. तो share application money received but not refunded due to the non-allotment should not be considered. Should not be considered. इसको consider ही नहीं करना है. Should not be considered. समझ में आया सर? क्योंकि दिस इज ऑल्सो नॉट अवर मनी. तो अगेन रिपीटिंग, इक्विटी, तो इसका मतलब अपना समरी क्या हुआ? समरी क्या हुआ कि इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल plus preference share capital minus calls in arrears and plus amount already received on forfeited shares. This is only going to be the part of your what? Paid up share capital. तो ये पूरी definition अपनी है paid up share capital की. Did you guys understand? So this is what the definition of what? Paid up share capital. समझ में आया सर? Equity share capital को ऐड करेंगे, preference share capital को ऐड करेंगे, calls in arrears को less करेंगे and amount already received on forfeited shares को ऐड करेंगे. सर share application money received बट नॉट अलॉटेड को क्या करेंगे? उसको दैट इज नॉट अवर मनी, तो वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू कंसिडर इट. उसको क्या करेंगे? इसको इग्नोर करेंगे. ठीक है, इसको क्या करेंगे? इसको ऐड करेंगे. सेकेंड पॉइंट को क्या करेंगे? सबट्रैक्ट करेंगे. और इन दोनों को ऑलरेडी ऐड कर चुके. ठीक है सर. सो दिस इज व्हाट द कंडीशन रिलेटिंग टू पेड अप शेयर कैपिटल. तो पेड अप शेयर कैपिटल को हमने यहाँ पे डिफाइन कर दिया. इन द फर्स्ट 4 पॉइंट्स इट इज ऑल अबाउट द पेड अप शेयर कैपिटल. ठीक है सर. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डिफाइन कि व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय फ्री रिजर्व्स. अभी फ्री रिजर्व्स को डिफाइन करते हैं. फ्री रिजर्व्स का मतलब क्या है? अब देखो, फ्री रिजर्व्स को हम लोग नीचे जाके डिफाइन करेंगे फ्रॉम पॉइंट नंबर 5th ऑनवर्ड्स. फ्री रिजर्व मीन्स व्हाट? व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय फ्री रिजर्व्स? फ्री रिजर्व्स मीन्स व्हाट? ठीक है. अभी फ्री रिजर्व्स में देयर इज ओनली वन थिंग यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. all types of reserves as per schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013 must be considered. मतलब सारे रिजर्व्स को कंसिडर करना है. सर एग्जांपल बता दो. either it is revenue reserves or it is capital reserves. Any kind of reserves what you are finding on the liability side of the balance sheet, everything must be added. No reserve you have to leave. Every reserve has to be considered. Means what? Every reserve has to be considered. सारे रिजर्व्स को कंसिडर करना है, सबको ऐड करना है. सर एग्जांपल भी बता दो. एग्जांपल देखो सर. एग्जांपल ऑल द कैपिटल रिजर्व्स. ठीक है ना. इट इंक्लूड्स ऑल द कैपिटल रिजर्व्स, ऑल काइंड ऑफ CRR, एनी काइंड ऑफ CRR, सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम अकाउंट, DRR, रीवैल्यूएशन रिजर्व. ठीक है ना सर. जनरल रिजर्व, एनी काइंड ऑफ रिजर्व, और यू कैन से दैट क्रेडिट बैलेंस ऑफ P&L अकाउंट. क्रेडिट बैलेंस ऑफ P&L मतलब करंट ईयर प्रॉफिट्स एंड वर्ल्ड एंड फॉरेन करेंसी. कोई भी एनी काइंड ऑफ फॉरेन करेंसी, translation reserve, any kind of reserve, everything has to be included. Everything has to be included. But if there is debit balance of P&L, if there is a debit balance of which statement? P&L statement. क्या होता है सर debit balance of P&L statement? इसका मतलब होता है losses. Then it has to be adjusted, मतलब deducted from reserves. ठीक है सर. सो क्रेडिट बैलेंस को ऐड करेंगे और डेबिट बैलेंस ऑफ रिजर्व्स को लेस करेंगे. तो सर पेड अप शेयर कैपिटल की डेफिनेशन वी नो नाउ. ठीक है ना. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय पेड अप शेयर कैपिटल मींस व्हाट? सो व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय टोटल पेड अप शेयर कैपिटल मींस व्हाट? दैट वी अंडरस्टूड इन फर्स्ट 4 points कि what to be added, what not to be added. And what do you mean by free reserves? Free reserves में what we have understood, all types of reserves as per schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013 must be considered. मतलब हर एक तरह का reserve, either it is revenue reserve or capital reserve, everything has to be added. These are the some of the examples I given which to be added. But if there is a P&L debit balance, then that particular debit balance has to be deducted from the reserve. So that brings an end to our condition number 2 also. So it means condition number 1 क्या थी? Such private limited company should neither be the holding nor the subsidiary of any public company. And second condition क्या थी? कि such, and what I should do, I should put and between both the conditions. And so condition number 1, condition number 2, such private limited companies paid up share capital plus free reserves on balance sheet date shall not exceed 1 crore. I hope everyone has been able to understand paid up share capital plus free reserve, what to be added, what not to be added, everything is there in front of you. ठीक है, PDF of these notes particularly will be shared on my Telegram group. You can join it and you can access it. ठीक है, now let us understand condition number 3. Now what do you mean by condition number 3? Sir, condition number 3 क्या है? Condition number 3. What is condition number 3? Condition number 2 is over, condition number 1 is over, condition number 3. Condition number 3 क्या है sir? The total borrowings, right or not, shall not exceed 1 crore rupees. The total borrowings of this private limited company shall not exceed 1 crore rupees. Sir, what do you mean by total borrowings? Total borrowings from banks and financial institutions put together. Total borrowings from the banks or financial institutions and financial institution, whatever it is, these borrowings at any point of time during the financial year shall not exceed 1 crore. So on, when do we have to test it? At any point of time during financial year. So what is the difference between condition 2 and condition 3? When do we have to test the condition number 3? We have to test the condition number 3 on which date? Balance sheet date, matlab 31st ko. And what do you mean by condition number 3? Condition number 3 of borrowings of not exceeding 1 crore from the banks or financial institution must be tested at any point of time during the financial year. Sir, iska example ka matlab bata do. Example dekho, suppose June 19 my borrowings were 60 lakhs. ठीक है, फिर August 19 I took another 20 lakhs. तो what is my total borrowing so far? 80 lakhs. ठीक है, फिर September 19 में I repaid 40 lakhs. So now tell me what is my total balance now? 40 lakhs. I repaid 40 lakhs. But in the January 2020, January 20 में I took another loan of 70 lakhs. So what is the total now? Total now is 110 lakhs. Means what? 1.1 crore rupees. Everyone clear? So 1.1 crore rupees हो गया. But in the month of February 20, I repaid 60 lakhs. अब बताओ repay करने के बाद क्या हुआ? Repay करने के बाद 110 minus 60 means what? Balance is 50 lakhs. So this is balance figures. Balance is 50 lakhs. It means on 31/3/2020, now the total balance is only what? 50 lakhs. Sir, looking at this, it might be looking less than 1 crore rupees. But what has happened? Is there any place or is there any point of time when we have reached or crossed, not reached, sorry, crossed 100 crore rupees? Now see, what is the total borrowings? Total borrowing should not be exceeding 1 crore rupees. 1 crore rupees means what? 100 lakhs. ठीक है ना sir? Now in this example, tell me, is there any point when we increased more than 100 lakhs of borrowing? So we don't have to see it on the balance sheet date. We have to see it during the financial year. Now tell me guys, during the financial year, is there any day or is there any particular month when we have crossed 1 crore limit? Yes sir, we have crossed 1 crore limit when we have crossed it here. Right or not? It was 110 lakhs, which is always more than what? 100 lakhs means what? 1 crore rupees. So here, this is what we mean by at any point of time during the financial year. तो हमने 110 lakhs का level we have crossed. So it is more than 1 crore. Even though later on we repaid 60 and now the balance is 50 lakh, this does not matter. This does not matter. What matters? During the financial year, at any point of time, if we have crossed more than 1 crore rupees of the borrowings, then in that case it will be applicable. तो CARO private company के ऊपर भी applicable हो गया. तो what are the 3 conditions we have understood? So first, CARO is not applicable if such private company is neither a holding nor a subsidiary of the public company, and such private limited companies paid up share capital plus free reserve shall not be exceeding 1 crore on which date? On balance sheet date. And the third one, total borrowing borrowings from the banks or financial institution at any point of time during the financial year shall not be exceeding 1 crore rupees. So this is the example to make you understand. Now you can see that in January 20 we have exceeded more than 1 crore rupees. That's why CARO is applicable. Now will your answer change? Will your answer change if I'll say here that it is not 1 crore, or say that if I have taken 60 lakhs of loan? 60 lakhs of loan makes it to what? 1 crore. Are you getting the point? Exactly 1 crore. So is it exceeding 1 crore or exactly 1 crore? Exactly 1 crore. CARO is not applicable. If it is 60.5 lakhs, if it is 60.5 lakhs, what will happen? It will become 1.05 crore. It will become 1.05 crore. So it is more than 1 crore? Yes, sir. It is more than 1 crore rupees. So with that, what will happen? With that, CARO will be applicable. So what I'm trying to tell you is, so make sure that this example has been understood by you. Now I will come back to the same thing. So 70 lakhs when we took the loan, so it increased to more than 1 crore rupees. That's why CARO becomes what? Applicable. Okay, sir. Condition number 3 समझ में आए? Now here are also some notes, but you have to understand. So what are the notes here? Now listen to this. What kind of notes we have to understand here? Notes. Question is, there are so many areas where the examiner can put you into the troubling situation. So what do you mean by borrowings? Borrowings means what? Means what? Borrowings का मतलब क्या है? अब इसको ध्यान से सुनना. Borrowings का मतलब क्या है? All fund based loans shall be included. All those kind of loans which are fund based loans shall be what? Included. सर इसका एग्जांपल बता दो फंड बेस्ड लोन्स का. फंड बेस्ड लोन्स का मतलब क्या हुआ? टर्म लोन्स, डिमांड लोन्स, एक्सपोर्ट क्रेडिट्स, ठीक है, और यू कैन से कैश क्रेडिट्स, और यू कैन से वर्किंग कैपिटल लोन्स, or you can say OD facility. All these are known as what? Fund based loans. Fund based loans must be considered when we are calculating the limit of what? Borrowing. Sir, what is not to be considered? So this is to be considered. What is not to be considered? So not to be included what? BG. What is BG? Bank guarantee should not be considered while calculating the limit of what? Borrowings, because bank guarantee is a non-fund based loan. Bank guarantee is a non-fund based loan. So all the fund based loans shall be included, but bank guarantee should not be included because bank guarantee is a non-fund based loan. Sir, what extra? So ये तो हो गया point number 1. Point number 2, we have to include what? All accrued interest as well as due. All those interest on above those which is accrued as well as due must be what? Included. इसका मतलब point number 3 क्या है? All accrued interest but not due shall be what? Ignored. समझ में आया सर? तो which interest we have to include? Only those accrued interest which are accrued as well as due. Which one to be ignored? This one to be ignored. Which one? Which are accrued but not yet due. So this is what do you mean by the borrowings meaning. So make sure that total borrowings at any point of time during the financial year shall not be exceeding what? More than 1 crore rupees. So I hope everyone understood the condition number 3 also. So let us wind up today's session by doing the last condition, that is called condition number 4. Now what is condition number 4, sir? Condition number 4. Condition number 4 क्या है? The condition number 4 is its total revenue, or we can say that turnover. Total turnover including turnover from discontinued operations. Turnover from discontinued operations also, including turnover from discontinued operations also shall not be exceeding 10 crore rupees on when, sir, at any point of time, during the financial year, at any point of time during the financial year. अब समझ में आया? So point number 3 and point number 4 to be tested at any point of time during the financial year. Condition number 2 on the private limited company should be tested on balance sheet date. Now we have to understand that total revenue or turnover, including turnover from which operation, discontinued operation, shall not be exceeding how much? 10 crore rupees. अब अपन लिखेंगे इसके नोट्स. सर इसके नोट्स भी दे दो, इसके भी नोट्स आएंगे. सर कौन कौन सी चीजें ऐड करनी है, कौन कौन सी चीजें लेस करनी है. सो व्हाट टू बी एडेड, व्हाट टू बी लेस, और व्हाट टू बी डिडक्टेड, और व्हाट टू बी इग्नोर्ड. अब सुनो, नॉर्मल टर्नओवर will be added with discontinued operations turnover. Normal turnover will be added with discontinued operation turnover. मतलब क्या? If any line of activity you discontinued, but even though you have done that line of activity even for one day, whatever the turnover in that one day you have earned, that also has to be added, even though it has been later on discontinued. So normal turnover of the full year or discontinued operations turnover, both has to be added. ठीक है सर. Point number 2. Sir, what is the point number 2? Any taxes, मतलब लगा लो तुम custom or any kind of GST, any kind of taxes shall not be considered as turnover. मैं इसके 2 पॉइंट्स बताता हूं. सपोज, अब देखो इसमें 2 चीजें. if taxes already added in turnover figure, then what you need to do, you have to reduce them or deduct. ठीक है सर, क्योंकि that GST or that custom is not our income, that is the income of the government. Did you get the point or not? But if taxes are separately given, if the taxes are what given? Separately given. If the taxes are separately given, then you have to ignore. Because if they are being separately given, then obviously it is not added in the turnover, so then you have to ignore. So if it is added, then it should be reduced or deducted, and if it is separately given, then it should be ignored. So any taxes called custom or GST shall not be considered in the turnover. ठीक है सर. तो if it is added है तो reduce करो, if it is separately given है then ignore करो. ठीक है. So point number 3. What is the point number 3? Point number 3 is sales return. Sales return must be deducted from turnover. Sir, what do you mean by sales return must be deducted from turnover? So turnover में से sales return अपने को deduct करनी, because they are the returned sales back to the company. So they are no more our turnover. Point number 4. Right or not? Trade discount to be deducted. Trade discount to be deducted. ठीक है सर. So these are the 4 points you have to remember. Point number 1 क्या है? Turnover of normal activity and discontinued operation turnover both should be added. Any taxes like custom or GST, if it is already included in the turnover figure, then reduce it. If it is given separately, then ignore it. Sales return must be deducted from the turnover. Trade discount must be deducted from the turnover. It means other than above, anything given in question shall be ignored. तुम्हें और कोई एडजस्टमेंट करनी नहीं है. Other than above, anything given in the question shall be ignored. Only these 2-3 adjustments you have to do it in the turnover. So with that, non-applicability of CARO on the private limited companies has been over, where we have detailed understood what conditions. Condition number 1, this is condition number 2, this is condition number 3, and this is condition number 4. So in totality, let's summarize. हमने आज क्या सीखा? So let us understand कि what we understood in this particular. तो summary of conditions. जल्दी करेंगे. What is the summary of conditions? Condition number 1. CARO is not applicable. CARO is not applicable on such private limited companies if it satisfies all four conditions. If it satisfies all four conditions. Condition number 1, neither holding, this private limited company should neither be the holding nor subsidiary of what? Public company. ना तो वो होल्डिंग होनी चाहिए ना सब्सिडरी होनी चाहिए, पब्लिक कंपनी. कंडीशन नंबर 2, इट्स टोटल पेड अप शेयर कैपिटल प्लस फ्री रिजर्व्स shall not exceed what? 1 crore when on balance sheet date. ठीक है. कंडीशन नंबर 3. कंडीशन नंबर 3 क्या है सर? कंडीशन नंबर 3 है बोरोइंग्स के रिलेटेड. इट्स टोटल बोरोइंग्स from bank or FIs shall not exceed 1 crore rupees when at any time during financial year. ठीक है सर, that we have already discussed. And condition number 4 क्या है? Its total turnover including discontinued operations turnover shall not exceed 10 crore rupees. ठीक है, when at any point of time during the financial year. So I already clarified all of you that what is applicable. So November attempt as well as the July attempt, only November 20 CARO 2016 is only applicable. CARO 2020 you need not do neither for July exams nor for the November exam. ठीक है. So this is what the part 1 concluding the date of CARO 2016. Part 1 concluding the date of CARO 2016. What is the date of CARO 2016, guys? So date of CARO 2016 is what? On 29th March. What is the date of CARO 2016? It is 29th March 2016. What is the first financial year? 15-16. Applicability to whom? All companies including foreign companies. Not applicable to banking company, insurance, OPC, small section 8, and most importantly private limited companies. So is it applicable to private unlimited company? Answer is yes. So in the applicability I gave you something extra. It is applicable to all the public companies, foreign company, chit fund company, mutual fund companies, mutual corporation company, financial institution, government, but it is not applicable to PFI also. So you can write the PFI in the non-applicability also. So because PFI is a body corporate. So when CARO is not applicable to private limited company, that we have already summarized. If the four conditions are satisfied, then CARO is not applicable to private company. It should not be the holding or subsidiary of any public company. Total paid up share capital plus free reserve shall not exceed 1 crore on the balance sheet date. Total borrowings from the banks or financial institutions shall not exceed 1 crore at any time of during the financial year, and total turnover plus discontinued operation turnover shall not be exceeding 10 crore rupees at any point of time during the financial year. So in relation to part 2. So part 2 is pending, in which we are going to discuss all the 16 clauses of the CARO in a detailed manner and how do we report when it comes to the CARO. So that will be discussed in the part 2, guys. So thank you so much for listening to me today. So thanks again for lending your patient ears. So these are my credentials. Follow, like and share and comment on the video if you like it, and do show your love and affection what you all are already showing it on my videos and all. So this is my again YouTube channel, Grover Audit and Law Classes. Please comment on the topics where you want me to conduct the classes. So part 1 I'm going to upload now, and remaining part 2 of the CARO 2016 will be uploaded in the next video. Thank you so much again, guys. Thank you so much. Good night to all of you.